Hey Goss fam, welcome back to our YouTube channel.
Make sure you like this video and subscribe to All Things Goss. Today we're going to be talking about the world as we used to know it.
So we're going to be talking about the COVID-19, in particular as it relates to children and their emotional needs. So on April 21st, 2020, Governor Charlie Baker announced that all schools in Massachusetts would be closed for the remainder of the school year, so the 2019-2020 school year. Many states around the United States have also made that similar decision, and kids will not be going to school. With this in mind, and this decision being made, the lives of children, families, and teachers is going to change, most definitely. So it's our job as not only parents, teachers, and families that we have of our own to get through this pandemic together. So my focus today is going to be on the needs of children. I've been hearing things on the news, social media, from family and friends, co-workers, about how things have taken an emotional toll on them. It's really affected their lifestyle and what they want to do. The anxiety levels of children is skyrocketing. The stress for parents is also skyrocketing. It's become very difficult. The end result is chaos in the home. So John and I decided to make this video to help those out there that may be struggling with anxiety and stress. We have some tools that you can use. We also will be having a video that will tell you and show you what your routine should look like at home if you're curious. We'll attach that below. But the end result for you guys is going to be less chaos, more structure in the home. It's going to work for you. It's going to work for your children and anyone that lives in the home. It's just going to make things in life a lot easier. So children have been out of school for about a month now, and even speaking to students of my own, they don't enjoy it. They're not happy about it. Parents are not happy about it. People are not able to work, and if they are able to work, children are at home bored out of their minds, basically. So we are here today to give you guys 4 different tools that you can use at home. The first tool that we want to share with you guys is exposure to social media as it relates to the COVID-19.
This is a big one, guys.
So people have different ages for children that they have at home. So some people may have infants, toddlers, they may have preteens, teenagers, whatever it is. But we need to limit their exposure. What's going on in the world and on the news is a lot to handle, okay? Not only for children, for adults as well. And us adults, we have to be the adults, the parents, and understand that we shouldn't be exposing our children to this type of information. It's taking a toll on the kids. There are a lot of kids out there who can't sleep now because of it. They're very anxious. They think that they might die from the COVID-19. They think they're never going back to school. And the separation from human contact is killing them. So if you are a parent out there that has already exposed your child to this information, what I want you guys to do is please reassure your children that everything is going to be okay. That you are taking the necessary precautions to keep them safe. Whether that be washing your hands frequently, whether that be wearing a mask and gloves when you go outside, putting on hand sanitizer, okay? Remaining and keeping that social distance that's been recommended out there. Doing all of these things is just going to reassure them and make them feel like, okay, I can handle this. But just keep them away from it. They don't need to hear it. I've even heard stories about people telling little kids, especially like 4 and 5, why do they even know what COVID-19 is? John and I, we have a son of our own, and he's 4. He doesn't know what COVID-19 is, okay? He was a little curious, like why he wasn't going back to school. And all you just have to tell them is that people are getting sick in the world, okay? But we are doing what we can to keep you healthy. So that's why you're staying home. As soon as we get the okay, and as soon as everyone starts feeling better, then we can go back to school. But in the meantime, I know a lot of schools are doing things like Zoom and Google Meets and having these virtual conversations online, which I would highly recommend. So if they are missing that social encounter, they can do that, Okay, but please, 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 I'm begging you guys out there, parents, please keep your young children, I would probably say, under 14. Like, if they're not like an older teenager, keep them away from that. It's just too much, and it's making them very anxious. They can't sleep, and it's just taking a toll. And then that is running on to the other ones in the house and the parents, and they're becoming stressed and they don't know what to do.
If I may add, I say limit the exposure. Limit the exposure. The exposure that these kids are having to this COVID-19, I know it's everywhere. You can't miss it. It's everywhere. But if you can limit the exposure, that helps a lot. I stay away from it myself. I'm not completely away from it. I'm definitely aware of what's going on in the world. However, if you keep on the news, you'll really see that this thing is really being blown out of proportion. The news is really heavy on scaring us all, really scaring us all into making us think that we're all gonna die.
I think that's highly because they're focusing mostly on deaths.
Right.
And if they're showing that, then especially a child, how do you expect a child that's 4, 5, 6, or 7 to comprehend what they're saying if all they're saying is like everyone is dying?
Right.
That is not, they don't have the mental capacity to understand and differentiate what is really going on and what's not. All they see is people are dying and they think that's gonna happen to me too. So as a result of that, then kids are anxious and scared and thinking like they can't even walk out of the house and just get some fresh air because they might die from this COVID-19. So like Jonathan said, get not just the news, social media. So like Facebook and Instagram and just any type of online platform. You guys know inside the feeds there's stuff that talks about COVID-19. It's everywhere. So if you're at home and you're just watching that all day, then what do you think the young ones are going to take from that this world isn't safe? So again, before we move on, as a parent, either if you haven't exposed them, don't do it. Okay, be very simple in your explanation on what it is.
Simple and straightforward.
Okay, and reassure them that you are doing everything in your power to keep them safe. That's it. Everything will be fine. Tell them that this is going to pass, and once everyone gets better, we'll go back to life the way we knew it. Okay. So the second piece of advice that we have for you, and it's the most important piece of advice that we have to offer you, is routine. Okay, this is going to save your life.
Yes. If I may, again.
Go ahead.
So before COVID-19, pre-COVID-19, we all had routines. Routines were our lives, and the routines went out the window, and so did everything else. Now, that structure is what we need in the homes. That structure is what we are used to, so we have to get that structure back. So we're going to start off by giving you guys some tips and pointers of things that we do to help you guys into finding your own structure. Don't copy ours. Just take this and make it fit for your family, for your home, and for you individually.
Yeah, so like Jonathan's saying, don't take what we're giving you and think that you have to, make a exact copy of it. Do what works for your home. Everyone's home is different. Everyone's family lifestyle is different. Okay? Some of you are working 60 hours a week. Okay? So I don't expect you to do exactly what I'm doing, but you need to set a foundation.
Absolutely.
Okay? You need to create these plans in place. Okay? And you need to participate in them. Okay? You can't just put out a list of things to do and don't actually show the children that you can do it too. Okay? You need to be involved. So if you do these things, your life is going to be a lot easier. The stress level that you're dealing with right now, I guarantee you it's gonna minimize. Okay? Hopefully you won't even have any more stress after this, but it needs to be done. For a lot of these children, school was their routine, and now that's being taken away for a very extended, long period of time. So it's like some people are thinking, oh, this is like an extended summer vacation. You know, it's not really what it is. When kids think of summer vacation, they think fun, right? They're gonna go to the beach, they're gonna hang out, they're gonna go to this park. That's not what this is. This is taking an emotional toll on the kids, and it's not. It actually sucks. Okay, let's just be honest. It sucks for them. So back to our routine. Again, down below, we're going to have a link to another video of ours sharing the morning routine that we do with Sam and Sanaya. So if you're interested, click on the link below and check it out. Okay, so your routine, like Jonathan said, it needs to be original. It needs to pertain to what works for you and your family.
Yes.
So just a little snippet of ours. So we have a 4 and a 9-year-old. Okay, and believe it or not, the 4-year-old has down pack. People who have young preschoolers, they can do it. Okay, just teach them, create these procedures, keep practicing them, and it's going to become routine. It's going to be natural for them. So they're just going to get up and want to do it. And in actuality, children need a routine, and they actually like routine because they know what to expect next. Like, okay, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that, and then and my day is going to run more smoothly. It probably works for adults too. Just saying. Even in our household, if we forget something or, you know, we slack off on something, the kids are right there like, wait, we didn't do this. Like, what are you doing? Are we going to stretch today? Like, we didn't get to do this. So, a quick snippet. The kids get up, brush teeth, wash their faces. We have breakfast. The kids, sometimes they may change out of their pajamas and put some clothes on for the day. And we do cook breakfast together. Sometimes the kids cook on their own. Yeah, 4 and 9-year-old are cooking on the stove. Yep, you don't need an easy bake oven. And then after we have our breakfast, we stretch as a family. Simple stretches, just, I guess, you know, loosen up the muscles, get ready for the day. Then after that, we do our homeschooling, okay? So that's something that we have come up with together. Just some school things that we think that the kids need to work on and to better. Sanaya is going to be going into middle school, and Sam is going to be going into kindergarten, so it's kind of two ends of the spectrum, but we're doing all that we can to prepare them for the next grade, or what's going to happen next after this. And so after the homeschooling, then we usually go outside, some sort of outside activity, whatever that is for you. We usually ride bikes. Okay? Then after that, we come back, we have our cleanup time, so whatever we need to clean up, like little things in the house. Then we have our lunch, and then we kind of have a little bit of free time. Okay? So that's our morning routine. You can do what fits for you, but this has been working for us. Okay, we've been doing this for a while now, and it's just very natural.
About a month.
But the end result from this is, like, all I want you to get from this is that if you create these procedures and you put these procedures in place, it's going to become routine, and you're going to have less, I guess, moments where it's like, well, what do we do next?
Right.
Because then when no one knows what to do, it turns into chaos. Mom and dad are getting stressed because kids are acting wild, but kids just have lots of energy that they need to release, and they can't do that because they're cooped up in the house. So if you set out this plan and you follow the plan, okay, so don't just set it up and not follow through with it. You have to do it. You have to make it a lifestyle, as Jonathan would say, and get it done. Okay?
That's right. This ain't for play. This is a lifestyle.
So let's move on. So our third piece of advice is kind of 2 in 1. Exercise and getting fresh air. I don't know how many times I have to say this to people. I know some of you out there may be terrified to go outside because you think this COVID-19 is in the air, and if you breathe it in, your life will be over. But I assure you that that is not the case. I am not telling you that you need to go out there and gather. I am telling you that you can step outside into your backyard. You can step outside onto your porch. You can walk out onto the patio and get some fresh air, okay? We do better when we're out in nature. The stress in our bodies lessens when we're out in nature and breathing in the fresh air and listening to waterfalls or birds chirping or dogs barking or whatever it is that is outside, okay? we adapt better to that, and we naturally just gravitate to that. So I would recommend getting some fresh air for different periods of time. So maybe just go out for 10 minutes in the morning, and then maybe go out for 10 minutes in the afternoon, and then maybe go out 10 minutes before you go to bed. Okay? But get fresh air, especially with your kids. Please get them out. They don't need to be cooped in all day. The next thing is exercise. Again, a lot of us have probably been in the house because we're afraid to go out and have not really exercised our bodies. And a lot of us have probably just been eating and not exercising. So, number one, it's not healthy because we're gaining weight, unnecessary weight, and we're probably eating because of stress, okay? Like a lot of us are probably just binge eating. So we need to exercise and move. Again, I want to focus on the kids. They had gym class, or PE, as some call it, when they were in school. They were walking around and moving and doing different activities. They still need to do that. By having them just sit in the house all day, it's not helping them. And then again, like this all leads to the same thing. Anxiety and stress. All of that is going to go through the roof if they're not getting these 4 things. If they don't have their limit, if you don't limit their exposure to COVID-19 in the media, if you don't create a routine, if you don't get the exercise and get fresh air, forget about it. So these 4 things are really important for you guys to take into account and really follow through with. It's only going to make your life a lot easier, and it's going to have more structure and things running more smoothly in your household. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I know you guys have been exercising. You guys have been doing everything you're supposed to be doing. This video is more or less to keep you going. I want you to keep going. Don't give up. Don't quit. I know times are gonna get hard. I know that these kids are running and jumping off the walls. However, just keep going. Keep these routines in place. Keep your body moving. Keep going outside for fresh air. Just continue to do what you're doing. You guys are doing great. You guys are doing phenomenal. I'm actually proud of you guys for handling this the way you have. I know, like me and India, I am still working, but now on top of that, the kids are here 24/7. So there's parents out there that are working from home and watching the kids. I mean, I tilt my hat to you. Congratulations. You guys are doing phenomenal. Keep up the good work. You can probably, shift things a little bit in certain areas, and that's where we come in to help.
Yes, I would like to congratulate you guys out there as well. I'm one person who is working from home. It's not easy. So if you're still on the fence about going outside and engaging in some exercise and getting some fresh air, I'd like to steer you into the right direction by going on to, I would say, the YMCA's local page, or even if you have a local gym that you are a member of, they offer these virtual workout classes. So even if you don't want to get out there and work out, you can work out from inside your home and feel safe. So before we head out, Jonathan's going to add one more thing.
Yeah, I challenge all of you. I have 2 challenges for you, adults. One being to turn off the TV. Let's turn the TV off, guys. The TV is great. However, let's turn it off, and I challenge you to read a book. I think you all should read a book in regards to some informational resources, something to get you going, something to make you grow, something to stimulate your mind. Let's all read a book. Comment down below on what book you're going to read that's going to be informative to you.
And encourage you to grow.
Yes.
So, we want to thank you guys for tuning in, and we hope that all of these resources and pieces of advice is going to help some family out there and going to, 1, decrease the stress and anxiety levels that you may be having, and 2, create some structure. And as in the end, everything's going to be fine, and we're going to get through this. Again, like we said it in the beginning of this video, it is our job as a whole together to get through this pandemic. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe to All Things Goss, and like this video. This video is very, very important to all out there, and I think it's going to help a lot of people, actually. So, Goss fam, like we always say, have fun.
Be original
And never quit. Deuces.